Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. We are here talking about the total lunar eclipse, which is a full moon in the sign of Virgo, happening on the 13th or 14th of March 2025, depending on where you are in the world. If you are on the Pacific coast of North America, Pacific time zone, this is going to happen for you at 11:54 p.m. at the height on the 13th, and everywhere else it's going to be on the 14th. Okay. So the majority of people are going to see this on the 14th. But it is a total lunar eclipse. So it is a big deal. And what do eclipses bring? Well, first, we've got the energy of a full moon. So full moons can be the end of a cycle. It can be a karmic cycle. It can just be a cycle in your life. Full moons can, have us reaping what we've sown, so we can get rewards. We can get things that manifest in our lives. We can get new insights to things at a full moon because it does tend to be a little bit more spiritual. Emotions are heightened, and sometimes this can bring some heightened awareness for us as well. And we are in Pisces season also. Yes, the full moon is in Virgo, but we are in Pisces season up to the 20th of March. So this can certainly be where we do have those heightened insights. We get some spiritual awakenings going on. Pay attention to your dreams because you could have some very interesting ones at this time. But full moons are really good for healing as well, and of course, letting things go. Virgo energy, right? The full moon, we've got the influence of Virgo. And Virgo is a very down-to-earth energy. The ruler is Mercury, who is going retrograde. So we do have that going on as well. We've got two retrogrades, okay, happening at the same time as this full moon. But we do have the Virgo energy, which rules the 6th house. Your 6th house is all about your health, happiness, well-being on all levels. Okay, your spiritual, mental, physical, emotional. Virgo is very connected with your gut health. So some of you may be really kind of assessing your eating habits. Maybe there's no other goal other than, eating healthier, right? Maybe you've been eating too many processed foods, too much fast food, instant food that we get from the grocery store. And, maybe you're going to look at eating more whole foods, more vegetables, or more home cooked foods, right? And you'll probably see a really big difference in your energy level, in your digestive system, things like that, right? So it can be really helpful. And of course, one of the side effects is maybe you've got more energy and, maybe you would lose a little bit of weight, but the main goal might be just to eat healthier a little bit, whole foods kind of thing. So that can come up with Virgo energy. Some of you may be looking to ditch some sedentary lifestyle. You want to get a little bit more fit. So you might start an exercise regime. Maybe you start a spiritual practice or get back into practicing, your spiritual self there. Do some more meditation, whatever that looks like to you. Some of you, of course, the 6th house is being of service to others, helping people out a little bit. And it is associated with pets as well. So some of you are going to get a pet. Perhaps if you've had one that's crossed the rainbow bridge, your heart is opening up for a new one. Or perhaps, unfortunately, some of you might, need to let one of your little fur babies go, unfortunately. But there's a healing element that comes here as well. And maybe it's because it's, time, right? Sometimes that's just the way you have to make those difficult decisions. But if you are in a position where maybe you're not quite ready to have a pet, maybe you give back to your community in some way. Maybe you volunteer as a dog walker at your local animal shelter or something. And this can help out pets in need, right? Even if you can't have one yourself. So the 6th house can certainly bring this big healing element. Some of you could be, have a job change in line for you, in store for you, if you're not happy where you are, you're not getting paid what you're worth. Venus retrograde has us thinking about that, thinking about your worth, your value, how you make your money, what resources are available to you, how you create a better circumstance for yourself. So Venus retrograde can be very helpful in that because we are in this reflecting mode, right? That's one of the important things to remember about this lunar eclipse. It is about reflection. Two retrogrades get a bad rap, and sometimes rightfully so, but we need to remember the words when it comes to retrogrades. They slow us down a little bit. They have us taking a step back. We reassess, reevaluate, regroup, refocus, renew, and sometimes even revive. We can get something that comes back around again for us, or maybe someone, if that's in the cards for you. It can be fated events. It can be unexpected surprises, especially where eclipses are involved. Okay. And those retrogrades on top of that. So it's like layers on layers of, I don't know what's happening, but something is shifting for me. So just keep your eyes open for that. But with the 6th house, Virgo energy, really focusing on your daily patterns, habits, routines. Where do you work? Do you drive long distances? Do you want to work from home? Are you leaving a career behind because maybe you've hit the proverbial glass ceiling, or it just doesn't do it for you anymore? It doesn't give you any kind of satisfaction anymore. You might be considering a job change there for yourself as well. So you might be starting to put the feelers out, okay, with that. One of the things that can happen with eclipses is we do tend to feel ungrounded and a little bit carried away. So like I said, I can't really express this enough. Let's take a step back. Okay, reflect, refocus, reassess something, evaluate something, ask some questions, okay? Because retrograde energies on top of eclipses can have us being really impulsive. Emotions can run high, conversations get out of control, opportunity, if we want to call it that, for miscommunication is very rampant at this time as well, especially once Mercury goes retrograde also in Aries on the 14th, same day as the eclipse. Okay, so it's like, big shocking, could be a shocking announcement, whether it's something close to home for you, or it could be something out in the world, right? Can come out there as well. So it's going to be important to keep your wits about you, connect with your heart, think before you speak, sleep on something instead of being impulsive, and of course, really connect with your heart, connect with your spirit, connect with your spiritual practice, do a little soul searching. Virgo is very connected with soul searching, okay? Because eclipses are a wild card, right? Wild card energy, shocks, surprises, fated events, and all of that. And so sometimes we just can't see something coming. And there is a huge energy of endings with this eclipse. Okay, not just because it's a full moon, which can bring endings anyway, but also this is happening at 23 degrees and 57 minutes. And when we have an eclipse there, we round up to 24 degrees. And if you follow degree astrology at all, 24th degree is Pisces degree, which is the last sign of the zodiac. And so this can bring some powerful endings before we head into our brand new astrological new year. So whether it's, again, that it can be really supportive if you're trying to break a habit, right? We'll say that right now. Or if you're trying to leave something behind, that some baggage that you've been carrying with you, or maybe some relationships, friendships, romantic relationships that you've been trying to shake for a while, or you just know haven't been healthy for you, right? This can be where we just make that final decision. We're like, I've been thinking about this for a long time. I can't do this anymore. But whatever your situation is, just remember that there can be some very heightened emotions at this eclipse, at this full moon, okay? One word to note, Saturn is tightly conjunct the sun at this lunation, and the sun, of course, is in opposition to the moon when we've got a full moon, and so this can be a big reality check. Saturn, of course, is the planet that likes us to set goals, get down to reality, likes to teach us life lessons, of course, and can really say, because Saturn is a heavy energy, and it can really say, hey, time to make a plan. Stop it with this wishy-washy Pisces energy, right? Get a plan in place. You want to have a dream? What are you dreaming about? Your imagination is a wonderful thing, but we don't want to live in fantasy. We want to come into reality. So how can you turn your dreams into reality? What's stopping you? What is opposing you, right? The sun wants to go forward, and the moon, right, in Virgo, South Node energy is holding you back. So where is your breakthrough? Because one is at hand, okay? And Saturn is actually helping you to do that by putting something down on paper. What are you dreaming of? Put it on paper. What is your first step? you don't always need to look past the first step, because the first step is helping us to get our toe out of our comfort zone. And then it's like, oh, nothing bad happened. Okay, I'll take another step. And I'll take another step, and I'll take another step, and eventually we snowball. So this can really be a very helpful energy for you to get your dreams into reality. But we do have to put some goals down, or we do have to, put a little bit of a framework together to give us a sense of direction. Okay, it can always be changed, can always be adjusted. Okay, but we've got to start somewhere. And if we don't take that first step, we'll forever be right where we are. And that's not always fulfilling on whatever level for us. We're meant to go forward. We're not meant to stay in a comfort zone. Humanity did not evolve by staying in a comfort zone. Okay, so it's time to just do a little bit of something there. Even if it's something that you always wanted to try, some wild, audacious dream that you always wanted to do. I always wanted to go ziplining, or I always wanted to do bungee jumping, or I always wanted to travel, to wherever. What's stopping you, right? Time to put that dream into motion. Will it all come to fruition tomorrow? Probably not. Okay, but you can at least get started. All right. Big reminder there for that moon. Okay. So where will we see this eclipse? Well, it depends. It actually has a huge path of potential visibility. Of course, depends on your weather. Let's see. It's and don't forget, the path of totality for an eclipse does tend to be where we get news. Okay, it can be some interesting news. It can be some surprising news, some shocking news. It can be something, joyous, right? We just never know. But the path of totality, we've got all of North America, the western half of South America, partially visible in the UK, parts of Europe, parts of Africa, and Australia. So we do have a lot of people that can potentially really see this eclipse. It is also called a blood moon eclipse, so it could be really interesting to watch. Anyway, that is the energy update that I have for you guys for your eclipses. And so we're going to get into your sign and pull some cards for you. Again, timestamp down below. If you're watching the long video, all of the signs are on this one video. If you're just watching your single video, because I'm breaking them up a little bit, just helps people find them a little bit easier, then I'll put the links to the other videos down below as well, so you can just click around. And again, make sure you watch your sun, moon, and rising, your big three, but also watch your Venus sign, because Venus is, of course, playing a key role in this eclipse as well. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck in this eclipse energy, and let's get started. Hello there, Leo, and welcome to your lunar eclipse reading. This is going to be happening in your second astrological house. So this is money. So we do have an opposition because we do have the sun in your 8th house. So your second house, which is where your moon is about your money, your income, your resources, your values around money, your habits around money, how you make it, how you spend it, what you think about it. All right. And what you believe about it. Okay. Your 8th house, which is where the sun is, okay, the sun is in your 8th house. Yes. And the 8th house is about other people's money or the money that you owe. So think of loans, taxes, think about joint finances, business partnerships. Okay. And so there could be a little bit of an opposition there between what's mine and what is ours. All right. You may also be wanting to make some changes in how you make your money. Okay. And you might find that your belief systems are shifting just a little bit. Okay. But do you believe that you're worthy, Leo? Because your second house does bring about feelings of worthiness. Do you feel that, how much do you value yourself? Do you feel that other people value you, and this translates into money? Do you feel you're worthy, that you deserve a high paycheck, abundance in your life, right? Some of those belief systems that are outdated, it's like maybe you are an incredibly creative person and people might gravitate towards you. You're a natural born leader, but perhaps you have problems sometimes standing up for yourself or getting the paycheck that you deserve. Time to have that belief system or those energies out the window and believe that you can make the money that you are deserving of, right? You deserve to make a good paycheck. Okay. But you could be at odds with someone that you do share resources with, though. For example, if you live with someone, you have a significant other, and, obviously maybe you share the bills or you share the mortgage, or, what is balance and fairness to you as far as your financial situation goes at home, right? Has something gotten out of whack? Is it time to restore balance in there, right? Sometimes people balance and fairness with money, it's different for every person. Do you do it by percentage of paycheck, because that way the people have the same percentage of paycheck left over once all the bills are paid, right? Or is this something that you need to hash out, something you need to change? This can certainly be a focus there for you. Some of you, your finances are changing because maybe your personal lives are changing a little bit. You could also have something going on with your money. You could be paying off loans. You might be taking out a loan for something. You could have some taxes that are due, or maybe you get a tax refund. You could have bills that pop up out of the blue, potentially, okay? Or you could get a rebate check from somewhere, and maybe you thought that you still owed money on something, and it turns out you paid your balance off, and now you got some money coming back to you. So, there could be money, certainly some money going in and out, okay, with this eclipse, right? But again, something can come to fruition for you, but something can catch you off guard. You don't quite see it coming with eclipses sometimes, okay? So just be aware about some things going on with your money. Know where your money is going. If you have investments, keep an eye on them. Okay, eclipses can bring wild and crazy stuff, all right? And if you have something in a risky investment, maybe you just want to put it somewhere a little bit safer. Everyone's a little bit different, okay? Your personal situation is going to be strictly yours, so just assess your money, okay? But this can be a great time. Some of you are maybe considering changing jobs. You could have a promotion coming up, and maybe you get a bonus or something out of the blue, because something can be manifesting for you at this time, and it's probably coming in something that's you didn't quite expect. So either an amount you didn't expect or a situation that you didn't expect, all right? So we have protection coming here for you with the full moon. Protect your assets, protect your money, okay? Make sure that, all of your passwords are secure. If you're contemplating making any changes, especially in your workplace, right? It's like, I'm not making enough money here. I've hit the glass ceiling. They don't see me for what I know that I'm worth, okay? Keep quiet about it. All right. We don't necessarily want to shout that from the rooftops, right? Because we want a little bit of security as well. So it's always wise. Sometimes you want to go out with a blaze of glory somewhere, but it's always wise to place your cards close to your chest until you've got everything all laid out, all your ducks in a row, your offer letter signed, your contract signed, all of that stuff, right? We just want to make sure that no one can upset our apple cart. Okay. But the protection energy also reminds you to ground and protect your energy at this time, especially if you do share money or anything with other people. Okay, because conversations about money on any level can really get out of hand at this time. They can make or break relationships sometimes, right? What was the main driving factor of your relationships? We didn't see eye to eye on money. One person is that proverbial saver. The other person, it's easy enough to make more money, and they just spend it like it's going out of style. And those are two extremes, right? But it does happen, and it's very hard to get on the same page if you're at that extreme. So this can just be, where timing is everything for a conversation, especially where it comes to money. Ground and protect yourself, protect your assets. Okay, interesting. If you are financially stable, you've got a good income, maybe you own your own house, and you are contemplating like moving in with somebody, if you got a significant other, you may be in a situation where it's a good idea to get like a prenup, all right, prenuptial agreement written down. And it's just a smart money move sometimes, right? Of course, some people view it as gambling on our relationship, that it's going to fail. Not really, because, depending on where you are in life, maybe you've already been married before. Maybe someone's already, taken the shirt off your back, kind of thing. And you've like already rebuilt your life once before, and it's really just protecting your assets. Maybe you've got children and things like that. So it's really just about doing that. So if that's you, you might want to contemplate doing that. All right. But we also have illumination coming out here for you. And I love this. It's actually giving you some growth. Very interesting. This is card 25 or 24 with the protection card. Okay. And then we've got illumination as card 25. So making progress, moving forward, following our path, getting clear, taking the right actions, getting things in alignment. And this illumination card looks very much like the Chariot, doesn't it? We've got a guy driving those two horses, and those two horses, boom, they are in alignment. It's also, it reduces down into a card number 7. This is a number 6, right? 24. Reduces to a 6. 6 is the number of Virgo, 6th house, health, happiness, and well-being, taking care of yourself, protecting yourself, grounding yourself, right? And then illumination, number 7. So it could be like some spiritual awakening coming in here for you guys as well. An epiphany moment, some clarity here. But this can also be showing you the path forward. All right. So moving forward, making the right moves, and trusting in your ability to do so. But I do like that though, because this can be taking a big step forward, especially with that being the same number as the Chariot card. And 6 is the same number as the Lovers card. Okay, lovers, partnerships. Okay, we just talked about that. And then number 7 is Chariot card. Okay, about moving forward, moving in, changing jobs, having some success. Faded energy perhaps for some of you there, but it's getting things on track and moving in the right direction because of the actions that you have taken. All right. We've got your Fortune card coming out here for you as well. And your fortune. Having a good idea is easy. Making it into something real is incredibly difficult. What separates the dreamers from the truly successful is the will to take a good thought and turn it into a good product. This will require hard work. You will make sacrifices, but it is the only way to turn fantasies into reality. Saturn, right? The thing that's stopping you from succeeding is most likely your own lack of confidence, or maybe your fear of the work demanded. Give yourself permission to try. And if you fail, think of another great idea and try again. Keep going until you succeed. And even if you never do, you'll feel better about yourself than someone who never tried at all. Your lucky numbers: 93, 49, 44, 75, 55, and 37. Good luck in this lunar eclipse. Stay tuned for the future. I'll put solar eclipse videos out there as well. But I thank you guys for watching. See you later.